Alright, picking up where we left off, again, I'm this semi-crunchy stay-at-home mom, and I am showing you my household organizer notebook. So, right where we left off, we were just talking about my menu section. Now we're on to school. I have right here printed out the 20 reasons why you homeschool. I just think it's funny and very relevant to me, so I like to look at it for kind of excuse me, I'm yawning. Kind of a reminder of why I do what I do with my children and why it's so important. So this is our school section. Here's our school attendance log for the year. Right now we're into October, so there's this. It's for the whole year. And then here, this is something new I'm starting with my daughter. She isn't quite 4 yet, so she hasn't really learned how to read. But as soon as we get there, she will be starting to read. So I'm kind of keeping this here. I'm going to start writing down books that I would like for her to read. And I'll just write them here. And then when she does read them, I'll just write in the date that she read them right here to keep track of her reading. This is a work section. This is where I have everything in an accordion file, but I'm going to put master copies of a lot of things in here and also client contact sheets. So if a client calls me while I'm out of the house, I can take do a client intake form over the phone in my car if I have to. So I'm going to put those kinds of things in here and also keep track of client invoices and things like that all in this section right here. Next section is health. Like I mentioned, I am trying to lose weight, and our family is already on a gluten-free, sugar-free diet, so it's kind of helping. But this is where I'll kind of keep track of, like my food log right here. Keep track of that, and keep track of healthy recipes I'd like to try and things like that. These pages right here I got from Kristen'sGuide.com. I kind of wanted something more colorful, so for subsequent months I printed out these really fun colorful sheets right here that I made up for myself on Excel. And you know, this can be really fun. It's a lot of fun to sit around and play around on Word and Excel all day and make up your own sheets if you want to. It's perfectly fine to print them out. Somebody else has already done. I did. But I'm getting to that point where I kind of want my own customized sheets with exactly what I want on them instead of just settling for the, you know, the best one I can find. So that's what this section is for. Next section is inventory. I have not done this yet. It's something I had tried to do a few years ago when I first started doing this, but I never really committed to it. But I do want to do it just to make grocery shopping trips a little easier. So I am going to make an inventory. I just haven't got around to it. Hopefully in the next few weeks I will. Next section is cleaning. This little section right here, I have the Fly Ladies detailed cleaning list, which is broken down by zones 1 through 5. And I have those just printed out here as a quick reference to, you know, keep track of. I try to pick at least 2 or 3 things from each zone every day, just to kind of try to keep on top of things. So, so that's what that is. The next section is, well, it's still inside the cleaning section, but this is my daughter's chore chart. I have it here. It's this piece of paper is laid over another piece of paper that's under a sheet protector. And I kind of pulled this out to show you a little more up close what it is. I had seen this on somebody else's household notebook, and I really loved the idea of it because my daughter loves being rewarded. So I really like the idea. So I couldn't find it online, so I made my own. Sorry, but here is her chore chart. This is how I used to do it. I used to pull out the sheet every time she finished something and just, you know, mark it off, and then you sign each circle, or you put the date on them so you know when they completed the chore. And then down here I have her rewards. If she gets 5 circles, it's 50 cents, 10 circles is $1, and 25 or more circles a week is $3. Now what I do, there's 6 days she does chores, Sundays we rest, so she doesn't have to do them, so 6 days of the week, and then I just fill in the circle corresponding to the chore. And that way I can keep track of which chore she's doing and which chore she needs to work on. instead of constantly pulling this in and out. And what I do at the beginning of the month, I just print out 4 of these. So there's 3 in here right now, because we used one last week. So there's 3 in here now, and this is how we keep track of chores. For now, I only have 1 tab for chores. My son's not quite old enough to do chores yet. So that's that area. The next area is personal goals. This is a new section for me. I've always had personal goals, but never really worked on them. So this is something new I'm trying to get into to do more for myself, to make sure I accomplish the things that mean a lot to me. So, since it's so new, I so far only have 1 sheet of paper in here. But it's my personal book list, and right now I have 2 books listed. One of them is a VBAC book. I'm gonna go ahead and list all my books that are required reading for my doula training, like Ina May's Guide to Childbirth, and you know, different books like that. That way I can keep track of when I read them and know that I did them. So those are books that are very important to me, and I want to keep track of when I read them. So that's what's all going to get listed on here. So far that's all I have in my household organizer notebook. There's endless possibilities with this. I need to add in here a hospitality section, a section for holidays, a section for contacts, different things like that, so that I can be more on top of things. But for now, this is what I have. The system's kind of been working well for me for a while, and so I don't see it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to add things, but it really hasn't been important to me until now. One section you may have noticed was missing that a lot of people have is a finance section. I don't handle our household finances other than basically the food allowance and then the money that I get every 2 weeks to do what I want to do. My husband handles all the finances beyond that. So the only budgets I really have is what to do with my money and what to do with grocery money. So I don't really have a finance section because there's not a lot I have to keep track of. But a lot of people do have that. They have a finance section where they keep track of everything. They have monthly expense reports for their house, keep track of all their receipts and all their bills and everything like that. But I don't have that because it's not something I deal with. So that's one section you may want to add to your binder as well. There's lots of different ways you can make this work for you. You can have it as big or as small as you want, as simple or as in-depth as you want. And it's just a really great way to keep track of things. It's also really handy. Say you got hurt and ended up in the hospital, and your mother or your mother-in-law or somebody, or even just your husband, had to take over the house while you were sick. You know, things can really get thrown out of whack when mom's out of the loop. So this would really come in handy for that. Like if you were down for 3 or 4 days because you had to have surgery or something, everything's right here. Your children could stay on a relatively decent schedule. Everything they would need to know about how to run your home would be right here in this book for them to just pick up and fill your shoes until you were ready to get back in them. So it really comes in handy for that purpose. So, I hope this video helps somebody out, and keep an eye out for a coupon organizing video that I'm going to be doing. I'm hoping it'll be helpful for people to see a good coupon organizing system. Well, I think it's good. It's been working for me. So, again, I'm the semi-crunchy stay-at-home mom, and I really appreciate you watching my video. Thanks for your time.